Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share any and everyone that you can. Just reading out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Boston Celtics crushed the Miami Heat 108-89 in the Garden last night. The team got a huge performance from Kornet, so let's get into the film. Alright, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Kornet probably had his best defensive game of his career. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 6 blocks in this game, especially given the person he was guarding, the massive difficulty. This probably was his best defensive game, but we know that he protected the rim in this game, but probably his best attributes is his offensive rebounding and his passing. Kornet was a guy that was deemed to be a stretch big, came to the Celtics, and they were like, yeah, maybe not do that anymore. Now, I don't know why, but Kornet is a guy that understands his role, and he understands what he needs to do when he's on the basketball court. I can see why Joe Mazzulla trusts him, even though sometimes he's not always the best option. I feel like after Al Horford in that backup center rotation, he is the most consistent guy, right? Sometimes you want to see some upside. You need some like brute force, so you go with Cater, right? Sometimes Tillman fly like a bird, brother, but you need some switching. You would in theory go with Tillman. You need a guy that just understands positioning. He's in the right places most of the time. The guy's gonna be consistent, a guy that you can trust, not gonna do too many wrong things. Is Kornet. Him and Derek White get into the dribble handoff game, and after the pass, Luke drops, turns over the shoulder, and the hook over Bam goes. And I believe that these are deemed blocks now, not steals. I'm not sure how to feel about this, but Kornet showed tremendous hands in this game, whether he was swiping down on Bam or other players or going up vertically to block shots. This was a good one here. And of course, being 7'2" and having some athleticism, Kornet is a good vertical spacer. The Celtics do a phenomenal job of spacing their non-traditional spacing big, so a guy that can't shoot and cater and a guy that won't shoot in Kornet. The Celtics still do a good job in an offense that's predicated on spacing, putting those guys in positions where like along the perimeter where they can just get straight into dribble handoffs, or they can cut as somebody's cutting or as somebody's driving the ball. So here we got a screen from Derek White. He screens from Jason Tatum, gets into the short roll. We got a 2-on-1 between him and Kornet with Bam Adebayo. I'm not saying you ever want this, but if there's a player you want in a situation like this, guarding two people, it'll probably be Bam Adebayo, right? He gets a hand on this ball, but Kornet rises up and dunks it. And this season, Kornet is in the 95th percentile in block percentage and in the 94th percentile in just straight up blocks per game. He's top 25 in blocks this season. Won't tell you where in that 25 he is, but there, the block on Drew Smith. And sometimes the Celtics were funneling Heat players to the rim. Like, yeah, they were like inviting guys to go in the paint against Kornet. And they were like, yeah, you're not going to finish over him anyway. So here, then passing the ball, Drew Smith passes to Hawkins. You see Peyton Pritchard starts to pick up Jaime Hawkins. But, you know, this is a bad angle, right? Because he had to get Drew Smith, then he had to go over to Jaime Hawkins, but this lane is already open, right? So Pritchard's gonna peel switch off of him and go to Drew Smith and just let Jaime Hawkins drive into the paint. Kornet stuffs it. And one of the best traits a big man can have defensively is being able to play in between the handler and the roller in a pick and roll. If you can somehow use your length and your athleticism and your hands to play between both guys, that is a very, very valuable skill. So here, got Drew Smith coming off the pick and roll with Bam, close pick and roll to the rim, but we got Peyton Pritchard doing a nice job of getting back. We got Kornet feeling the body of Bam as Drew Smith runs the baseline, feeling the body of Bam. So here, he gets up on Drew Smith, he pump fakes, he gets back on Bam. Drew Smith takes that as an invitation to shoot. Kornet challenges that, he drops it off, and look at the hands. Pop, right there. Just knocks the ball right out. Bam does score in this possession, but that does not take away from the phenomenal efforts of Kornet. All right, so off the drive in the corner, Drew Smith pump fakes and a nice contest by Kornet again. All right, some more action here from Lord Protector. Jordan Walsh does a nice job of recovering to Jaime Hawkins after getting hit by that screen, walls him up, and Kornet with the help defense, get that out of here. And in all seriousness, bro, this was really, really impressive. So here, he goes to some horns action. They get to Drew Smith to set up this flare action for Tyler Hero. Bam sets the screen. Luke sniffs it out right. He gets over to Tyler Hero, and he does a nice job not falling for this. Tyler Hero looks up at the rim, does some hesitation. It gets Luke to put his hands up, but he doesn't jump. He notices that, and then he notices Tyler Hero's trying to do this quick move, and he just bats it, bro. That was really impressive. Noticing the flare screen, getting out to Tyler Hero, not biting on the hesitation, and then blocking the shot, leads to a three. And we got Lord Protector here in the mid-range with Bam, taking a few bumps, not backing down, and contesting the fadeaway. And something that Kornet is really good at on the offensive side of the ball is moving into open space. When you play with Jaylen Brown, you play with Jason Tatum, they are going to attract more than one guy more often than not, right? So it's important that he gets into their line of sight so they can pass him the ball and he can show his passing ability once that happens, right? So we got two guys looking at Jaylen Brown in the post. He moves from the dunker spot, gets into the line of sight of Jaylen Brown. Then he always knows where everybody is. He's a great passer. We got Drew Smith also focused on Jaylen Brown. His back is turned to Derek White. Luke Kornet fires him for the three. And this was probably my favorite contest of the night. You don't go up against a lower protector like that, Highsmith. That is verticality going up with strength. Look at that. Takes the bump. Highsmith has to change his shot. He can't even see the rim. I don't even know why I did that, but a great contest by Kornet. And another way the Celtics use their non-shooting centers in this space on offense, of course, is cutting, right? Luke Kornet does a nice job of moving to the open space on offense. This also involves cutting. He just understands where to be and when to do it in this offense. So as Jason Tatum drives to the basket, as soon as Bam steps up and allocates himself to Jason Tatum, Luke Kornet is gone. So he steps up, Luke Kornet's already gone, right? The corner cut, and I thought, I ain't gonna lie, that is a tremendous catch. At first watch, I thought he was finna reverse this. That was finna be crazy. But he comes down a little weird after the hit from Bam, but still finds paint pressure in the corner for the three. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. I will see you guys in the next video. This is Nick. Peace.